What the star engines actually are. Nibiru does not move through the solar system on a natural orbit. Its long, looping path is artificial, powered and guided and stabilized by colossal machines known as the Nibiru star engines. Ancient planetary thruster constructs built by the earliest Anunnaki architects and Orion engineers. These are not rocket engines. They are gravitational, plasma, and dimensional generators the size of mountain ranges, right? Their true name in the old Egyptian tablets is the engines that build the sun. The purpose of the star engines. The star engines were created for three primary functions. The first function is orbital control. Nibiru's original orbit decayed during the early solar wars. To survive, the Anunnaki built engines that allow the planet to change trajectory, alter speed, shift orbital inclination, avoid rogue bodies, and hop between gravitational lanes. Nibiru became a semi-mobile world. Purpose number 2, dimensional transition. Nibiru can slip between 3D and 4D subharmonic layers, making it invisible, undetectable, or only partially present. The engines generate a phase shift field around the entire planet. This is why Nibiru appears in cycles, not because it arrives, but because it rephases into our dimension. Purpose number 3, resource harvesting. The engines create wormholes between Nibiru and resource planets. This is how the Anunnaki once transported gold, plasma, water, and DNA samples directly through gravitational tunnels opened by the engines. Okay, now let's move into part 3, the location of the engines. The star engines are built into Nibiru itself. There are 4 primary engines arranged at the cardinal axes. The north engine controls vertical orbit and solar plane crossing. The south engine controls water and plasma intake, stabilizes the magnetic shield. The east engine controls velocity and speed modulation. The west engine controls phase shift and dimensional jumping. Beneath each engine lies a pyramid city running its systems with priests, engineers, plasma tenders, genetic adepts, and command AI systems. The engines have been running for over 400,000 years. Which brings me to part 4. How do these engines work? The star engines use an exotic Triforce power system. They have these gold plasma reactor cores. Nibiru's atmosphere contains monoatomic gold, which enhances light conduction, gravitational bending, energetic shielding. The engines transmute gold into solar conductive plasma, which powers the thrusters. This is the real reason Nibiru needed gold from the Earth. The engines also work with gravity wave compressors. Colossal crystal lattice chambers compress space-time around the planet, allowing it to tilt or accelerate. Think of it as bending the road, not the car. These engines also use dimensional phase coils, Orion technology coils that generate subspace resonance. They allow Nibiru to partially vanish, appear as a red orb, split its mass between densities, and even cloak itself. This is why ancient cultures described Nibiru as a star and a god. It appeared with light that was not physical in origin. These engines are maintained by the Daru priesthood, right? The keepers of the planet's heart. They are plasma engineers, telepathic coordinators, half Anunnaki, half other genetic caste, trained from childhood in harmonic mathematics. Their minds interface with the engines through crowns, crystal-like headpieces that allow direct communication. The engines respond to consciousness as much as machinery. This leads me to the halo of Nibiru. When the engines run at full output, Nibiru forms a glowing red gold halo. Ancient humans called it the winged planet, the feathered star, the son of the gods. This halo is actually plasma exhaust, dimensional bleed, gravity lensing. It gives Nibiru its mythical appearance. But one day, these engines failed. This was the first fall of Nibiru. Long ago, during the Tiamat War, one of the engines was damaged. As a result, Nibiru lurched out of orbit. Its atmosphere thinned. Its oceans evaporated. Its population faced extinction. This triggered the creation of worker species, the Adamites, which was us, the gold missions to Earth and to their planet, the rise of Anunnaki royal conflicts, and the involvement of Orion and the Sirius star systems. The engines are directly tied to the fate of both Nibiru and Earth, because if the engines go offline, the planet swirls all out of orbit. Are the engines active today? Well, according to the Neteru Egyptian cosmology, yes, but they are weakened. The East engine, which controls velocity, and the West engine, which controls phase shift, are still functioning. The North engine is partially damaged. The South engine requires constant maintenance. So Nibiru can still phase into the 3D, but not for long. This is why appearances are rare. The orbit seems irregular. The planet flickers like a ghost object. And its influence on Earth is energetic, not physical. Nibiru operates more like a dimensional citadel than a typical planet.